So today I'm invited by Air Mauritius to check out their hangar. And right now we have an Airbus A350 inside here. And this is once a week they come in for a checkup where the cabin is being checked, the engines for example, before this one is taking me back to Paris tonight. But yeah, I'm going to give you a little insight what it looks and how those A350s are maintained here in Mauritius.
You have to check this, what needs to be done. And at the end of the day, Guillaume will check everything, will stamp and sign and take ownership of everything.
And they had to receive like a special training.
Yeah, they all qualified on the A350. So we had a big training plan last year where people were sent to for the type courses, exams, theoretical and practical, and they're all certified.
So this is the business class I reviewed on the flight from Paris.
These are Solstice seats from Stelia in France. They're all full flat seats.
Yeah.
State of the art.
And I can say they're very comfortable.
Just to make sure that whatever the system is telling us is being addressed.
Yeah.
So also some troubleshooting, wiring checks. If we need to replace some computers, this is the time to do it. On a 333 configuration.
Yeah.
Okay. The new feature here is that they're equipped with footrest. So we have a partition in between. So basically this is for disabled people.
I'm loading much thing today.
If you are disabled or you travel by wheelchair, I mean, I can imagine that those cabins are usually very tight, but the A350 comes with that dividing door so you can slide it open. Now we go really behind the scenes. As you know, the crew, as hard working as they are, they need a rest from time to time, and on an 11-hour flight from Paris to Mauritius, for instance, I'm sure they have a little bit of rest, right? So you can't expect them to work the whole flight. And now we're gonna see where this is happening. So we are at the rear end of the aircraft, and this is it. This is where the crew gets to rest during the flight. So you have those bunk beds, and they're actually pretty nice. Actually very comfortable. I could fly here, why not? So if you happen to travel with an infant in business class, this is where your baby is going to be located. Front seat row. That's to be honest, I've had a few trips, but I've never had somebody travel with an infant in business class. I don't think it's that common. Yeah, that's right. But if you have, leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know how it was. So we're right inside the cargo area of the A350. So apart from carrying passengers, the 350 is also carrying a few tons of cargo. And you have a tank, cargo loading tank. So this was it. This was a tour of the Airbus A350 hangar, and now we're heading to an Airbus event which is called the Little Engineers, where you have little boys and girls trying to gain some interest in everything related to aviation, an Airbus event. So Right now, I'm here with the CEO of Air Mauritius, Mr. Appavou. And you have this little workshop here with the little engineers. How important is it for an airline like Air Mauritius to invest into the future?
So the future is very important to us because when you buy an aircraft or when you lease an aircraft, you keep it for 12 years, meaning the horizon for your development is throughout these 12 years. So your vision should be very deep, at the same time, very far away. So the youth, as you can imagine, they are interested in technology, but technology will be the future. But we have to invite them to that future. And this is what we are trying to do through training, by initiating them to to our industry through different workshops.
And since we're talking about technology, I traveled here on your Airbus A350, the new flagship. How much of a game changer has the 350 been for Air Mauritius so far?
Okay, so I think it has been very instrumental in our process of renewing Air Mauritius, but also the brand. So as I just mentioned, we have been with the A340s, which is the former aircraft we had, and we are phasing those aircraft for more than 17 years. So, it is now for us time to change. It is more efficient in terms of fuel. As you know as well, the cabin pressure is very different. So you feel better when you travel with a carbon fiber plastic reinforced type of cabin rather than a metal cabin. So the humidity is much better. So you have a lot of IFEs, a lot of possibilities, and Wi-Fi. You can have, you can WhatsApp. You can do everything on board. Well, the former technology you could do that as well, but it would have not been as efficient as that new technology.
And talking, one last question, talking about efficiency, the NEO is expecting to join the fleet by the end of the year. You're one of the first customers of the Airbus A330 NEO. What are your expectations and what are your plans in the future with expanding the fleet when it comes to the 330 NEO?
Okay. In regards of the 330s, as you know, this is twin engines, and they have a very efficient engine on those aircraft. These are Trent engines, and the wing has been also modified for the A330, though it kept the commonality with the A330 Classic or the A330 200s or 300s. So as you know, we have two A330s and a couple of A340s. So what we will enjoy with that is the commonality throughout the aircraft type. As you know, the A330 NEO and the A350 enjoy the same type rating, which means that the pilot on the A330 can jump into the seats of a pilot on A350 and do the same without additional training. It is the same type of aircraft. So this is very important and will add value to our business because it will save us a lot of complexity and therefore we'll be able to be a little bit more efficient. On top of this, when you compare it in terms of cost per seat, compared to the current A330 that we have, which is much smaller, the cost per seat will be much less. And as you know, yield year on year will decrease. Fuel, as you know, we don't control it. It's very high. So we have to get somewhere economy of scale and therefore lower cost per seat. And I think with this new type of aircraft, new type of technology, it will allow us to benefit and to get what we have been investing for those fleet renewal.
Well, that sounds very exciting. I wish you all the best in the future with your airline. I had a very good time flying with you guys.
Keep on flying with us.
Absolutely. And
but the one thing which is important in our product that I think should be shared, I think you can share it as well.
Exactly.
When you come to Mauritius, it makes you dream. So Mauritius, the island, and you want to get there very quickly, and you don't want to leave it, right? So thanks to that technology and thanks to that type of initiatives, we can what we are doing now, we are Mauritianizing a little bit more our product and services. Therefore, when you get into the aircraft, already you feel you're on holiday.
Right.
And you don't want to leave it.
Mauritianizing, that's
and keep on flying Air Mauritius.
That's you guys. You just heard. Keep on flying Air Mauritius. There is no other choice coming to this island than flying Air Mauritius. Thank you so much.
It's the most efficient.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All the best.
This is Benjamin. He's one of the participants of the little engineering initiative of Airbus who came all the way here to Mauritius. Benjamin, how did you find it?
It was alright. We learned how to build the airplane altogether. We learned some programming on how to control the airplane.
All right.
and there was this motion sensors,
Uh,
like live motion sensors. Yeah.
all right. And did that now encourage you to become an engineer?
Yeah, it
or
was
researcher?
inspired me
It
actually.
inspired you.
Yeah.
So if you could choose between Airbus or Boeing, who would you work for?
Airbus. Definitely
There we
Airbus.
go. There we go. Benjamin also has a YouTube channel. Maybe
Yeah.
you want to introduce and see where people can find your stuff on YouTube.
Well, type up Unusual Army.
Unusual
and
Army.
You see me.
And then
Yeah, check out my
find,
stuff.
check out his channel. I don't know exactly what he's blogging about, but it's up to you guys to find out. All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right, see ya. Peace.
So there are a lot of things you can do in Mauritius. One of them is take a helicopter tour. This was it. This was my trip behind the scenes of Air Mauritius, and a big thank you to the airline for giving us access to all those areas, letting us experience how you maintain the Airbus 350, and also a big thank you to the CEO, Mr. Appavou, for taking the time for this little interview and to give us a little insight what it's like to run such a big airline. So if you liked that video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and thank you so much for watching. Much appreciated.